Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're viewing this. My name is AZARIA Changase. Today, in this video presentation, I will be presenting an app called EventEase. This is an app that is built using .NET 10, using ASP.NET Core Razor Pages with C#. So the Razor Pages essentially provide with the UI and the logic and the page routing, while the page models contains the server-side logic. It also uses Entity Framework Core for things like data access and migrations against an already existing relational database that is configured via appsettings.json down here. And then it also leverages dependency injection and logging as well. So the app runs on Castell, and then the source is chucked with Git. So let's run the app. And so you'll see that what this does is that it takes you to EventEase. So what EventEase is a professional event management company that helps users coordinate, or companies or businesses coordinate a wide range of events across multiple venues. So it can help you, it's essentially an app or system that can help you plan, schedule, and even manage events so that companies don't have to go through the hassle of going to different websites, different sources, different people to get these events managed. It's a system that helps you organize all of these plans that a business might have. So we'll go to manage venues. What does this do? This page essentially allows users CRUD actions to allow you to edit, find the details of, and then delete certain events, right? So let's say I wanted to, of certain venues rather, sorry. So let's say that I wanted to create a venue, right? Press over here, and then what will we call this venue? We will call it the Orange Garden Center. We'll put a random location. Let's say that it's located in Randfontein. It can hold a capacity of 250 people. And then the image URLs, for now, in this part at least of the assignment, we will be using only static URLs, but in part 2 of the assignment, these URLs will link to actual images that can be viewed by the user. So we'll just make one. So Orange Garden Center. And then we'll say create. And here we have it. It's a new entry, right? So let's say I wanted to view the details of this event. It does precisely that. It shows me the venue's name, its location, the amount of people it can hold, and then the image URL, right? And then over here, we have the edit button. What this allows you to do is to edit essentially what we've just made. So we'll go to Orange Garden Center, and then we'll just change this to center. We'll say that this time, this event is located in Springs. And then we'll say that it can hold a capacity of 100 people instead. And then we'll just put a random 1 next to this. And then we'll notice that when we save it, it will change. And so now it changed from center with a TRE to TER. The location has changed, the capacity has changed, and then the image URL has also changed. Just to confirm that this is actually configuring, all the changes are being implemented in the SQL database. We'll go there now, and then we'll execute this. So we execute, and there we have it, the Orange Garden Center, which wasn't previously there. But let's say, what if in the case I wanted to actually delete this event, right? Well, what it would ask is that it would show a pop-up asking me to confirm whether I would really want to delete this event or not. And if I say delete, then it's gone. It's something you don't see anymore. That's something that also happens even within the SQL database, right? So when you execute this, have a look over here, you'll notice that now we have 7 entries instead of 8. So that's the venues page. Then we have the events page. Essentially allows you to do the same thing. It still allows you to create an event, to edit its details, and then delete as well. So we'll say create event. We'll call this event over the garden. We'll set its date to 2026 09 13. Then we'll set it for 12 o'clock. We'll say that this is a meet up for garden enthusiasts. And then we'll select an event. We'll select a venue that already exists. So you'll notice the Down Blue Convention Center is there, and the previous ones that we already had. So we'll say the Tahiti Garden, and we'll say create. And there we have it. Now we have a new event called Over the Garden, right? And then once we go to bookings over here, once we go over here to Over the Garden, we can also edit this. So instead of having it happen at 12, we can say 12:30, and then we can just say, instead of garden enthusiasts, we can just say garden, or we can say meet up for plant experts, and still have it at the Tahiti Garden. So say save, and then that changed as well, right? Now in the case that I wanted to actually delete this event, right, does the same thing. It would show me a pop-up that would ask whether I'd want to delete the event or not. And then there we have it. Now it's gone. The same thing is with bookings. So this booking allows you to add or book events for a specific venue. So we'll go to events, we'll see which one we want to go to. So let's say that we want to go to, that we want to make a booking for the Rome exchange, right? So that's on the 9th, 11th, 12th. So we'll go to bookings, we'll make a booking for that day. So we'll select the event, we'll say the Rome exchange. This will happen at the top down venue, and we'll say 2026. Set a different month, we'll say the 8th, 11th, and then we'll say also 12 o'clock, right? And then we will create, right? This also then does give you the details for that specific event, like we have added over here. Say back to list, show that the edit function does work. We'll make it the 12th instead of the 11th, and then yeah, we'll save it just as that. Right, so now let's say that you want to actually delete a certain event, right, that already exists. So let's say that the Rome exchange is an event that you want to delete, right? But let's say that you've already made a booking for the Rome exchange, right? A booking has been made. What this does is that it will pass an error that will tell you that you cannot delete an event with an existing booking. Just to show how that works, we'll press delete. And then it tells you you cannot delete an event with existing bookings. So there we have it. So that is the application. Again, just to show that this stuff is being implemented in MySQL database. We'll again go to booking, see what that has, say execute. There we have it over there. Contains some of the dates, the venue IDs, and then the booking IDs as well. I'll say events. And over here, the Rome exchange. Another thing that we do have to check is whether when we close the app, the items that I created will still be there. So things such as when we go to venues, let's go to events rather, or let's go to bookings rather. So the booking that we made for the Townside Boulevard, right, or the Rome exchange rather, I want to see if that will actually still be there if we close the app, right? So go here, we'll go down to booking, and we'll execute this. And you'll notice that the very same entry that we made is still there. Just to confirm that it's actually still there, go down over here. Go to Manage Bookings. And then there we have it. The very same entry that we had just created still exists. One more thing, just to show that the privacy page does contain information. Here we have a privacy policy that essentially tells you about the information that the app collects, how they use that, how we use that information, the cookies and tracking, third-party services, data security and retention, your rights, and then questions. So at the moment, this is just a dummy email that we're using. It doesn't actually go anywhere. So yes, that is EventEase. Thank you for your time.